Seriously, the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
What's up, Jeffrey?
Nothing. How are you, man? You see
I'm
that
good,
you're
I'm
at a, see you're at a new house.
Yep. We were just talking about that, man. Yep, I just moved, and I still got to get set up and get some posters and get some merch and stuff in here, man. I got a real room now, and I'm not in a mobile home anymore. You know what I'm saying? I bought a house, real home, and yeah, it's pretty nice, at least for what I've ever had. You know, who says hard work don't pay off?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like I was telling you though, this you know, I'm on right now. I'm waiting for the old. I'm trying to set up my through my internet provider at the house, and you know, my Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi hotspot and everything, and all that. And it's still pending to disconnect from the old users, so I'm like straight PDA netting it from my cell phone. So this live stream might get a little wonky, guys. It might go, you know, I might freeze out or drop out, but trust me, I'll be back. And if that happens, you know, Jeffrey will take the reins like he always does, my co-host, for me. And man, what has freaking been good, guys? It's been a long time. It feels like it's been forever, man. What's up? You beautiful DC mother freakers. Man, it's just I've been so busy, man, and there's been so much happening, Jeffrey, and so much to talk about, man. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see how things turn out. You know, it seems like, and we were also talking about this, Jeffrey, it seems like, man, it's been dark times, you know, for DC fans, for the majority of DC fans, you know, for quite some time now. It's just seemed just dark and just, you know, no hope, and just, you know, the whole DC universe is in limbo and flux, and you know, every time there's a bit of hope or a ray of sunlight, you know, gun comes over and just blows the stomps it right out, you know. Man, it's been something else, man.
Yeah, it really has. It really has, man. But really, just throughout the whole week, it seems like something is definitely coming for April, and really just can't wait to see what happens, man. Like, this suspense this entire week has been killing me. Like, they're like, both David and now Zack have now teased that something is definitely going on. like you have David going in talking about the Ayer cut more, and then you have Zack today posting a 14-second clip, which I think I'm pretty much onto something, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But you have him posting a 14-second clip of him saying April 28th through the 30th, saying save the date. And so, yeah, that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, you know, Zack's been teasing. He's been, you know, he just teased something with Darksied, and you know, it blew up Twitter immediately. As we've heard from Zack Snyder, it's been so long since he has, you know, addressed the DC fandom directly. So long since he's posted anything that's been serious or ominous or hopeful, and all that shit. And you know, we just got that, and you know, this clip comes out, right? And this clip is, it's just like a radio transmission, right? It's like, what is it? Like a 15-second, gave me like Man of Steel vibes almost when Zod was speaking through the television, and it was like, you are not alone. It really gave me the Man of Steel vibes, but it also, it was Ray Porter though, who voiced Darksied, and he's like, they gave us a date, and it says from Darksied in the video, and it says a date on it, and that's crazy because obviously a lot of people are going to say, oh well, it's going to be something he's working on at Netflix, Rebel Moon. Maybe he could talk about or present something Rebel Moon related as well. But the fact that they put that this transmission is from Darksied, and then they had Ray Porter, who voices Darksied, put on his Darksied voice and do that and say be there and put a date out there. This is DC related. This isn't he. Now I'm not going to sit here and say that he's that he might not talk about Rebel Moon or whatever this date is. I'm not saying that he won't. Maybe he'll give us a hint or a teaser, a snip of a trailer. I mean, you could have multiple surprises in store. But this primarily is DC related, and that's fucking fire. That's amazing.
Yep, and so on. But yeah, like what I find interesting is like the first date, which is April 28th, and a lot of people are probably wondering why. A lot of people are probably wondering why is that interesting? Why is April 28th interesting? There is no special day on it. Well, and really there actually is. April 28th is National Superhero Day. So that is pretty interesting in itself. Is like, why is there something happening on National Superhero Day? So yes, that's pretty interesting in itself.
Yeah.
And
what's up, South Kelly guy?
Hey, South Kelly guy.
Yeah, what's going on, my dog? Long time no see.
But yeah,
man, that is very interesting on its own, just on its own, man. And Jeffrey, another thing is too, after seeing this, I was at work when this dropped, this post from Snyder, and so I started doing some more digging, and I know I'm probably a little bit late on it. I know I've missed a lot in the last I don't know how long, it's been over 2 weeks. But I did find that so something very similar to this was posted prior to this on the Flash Film News.
Huh.
There's another post with another video. Now, I could be incorrect on where it was posted, but if I'm not mistaken, it was Flash Film News, and there's another radio transmission like this, right? And there's 3 voices, and I think I seen South Cali guy actually point this out. It sounded like it was Ray Porter, Ray Fisher, and Ezra Miller.
Yep.
And they all said this date again, and said be there.
Yep. And so yeah, something is definitely going on, and we obviously don't know, but this is actually something that I actually like. I haven't really fully delved into it yet, and officially am confirming anything. But this is actually something that I've been doing basically all day, because there's this clip in that 14-second clip, like the first half of it. You can hear a woman's voice, which kind of sounds like, which to me kind of sounded like singing a little bit. And the voice actually sounded very familiar to me. So I did some digging, and it was on my Spotify at the same time while listening to clip, to that first half of that clip, and and the reason why it sounds so familiar is it does sound like, and don't want to get this wrong, it sounds like this song called, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick.
Yep, go ahead. And in the meantime, I want to say what up to Sean Franklin, what up to Raul McMillan, what up South Cali guy, what up Preach 85. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And, man, I'm happy to see you mofos back, my DC.
Okay,
brothers.
I got it. So as I was saying, the woman's voice sounded so familiar to me, and I think I found it. Now mind you, I'm not saying I found it, I'm saying I think I found it. And
Okay.
the voice sounds so familiar to, and I hope I'm pronouncing this name right, Celine Dion. It sounds like a song from Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. Now, the context of this song is, now for those of you who don't know, the context of that song is that it's supposed to be about a song about something dead coming back to life. Now, I'm saying that I don't know. I'm saying that I don't know. I really don't know about any of this. I could be reaching, as I always do, but with the voice sounding just like that singer, and really the song also, and the melody sounding kind of just like it. It just kind of seems like something is definitely going on, because really, like, why would Zack? Because I see people on Twitter saying that, oh, this is going to be Zack's farewell to his DC world, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he post something like that? Now, like that, it could be that. Let's hypothetically say that is. People are saying at the same time that it's a whole that he got permission to do the whole thing, yada yada. But the whole thing about it to me is, why is it a 3-day thing? Like, if it is let's hypothetically say it is a goodbye thing. Let's say it is kind of like a funeral to Zack's DC world. My question then is, why is it a 3-day event from the 28th to the 29th and the 30th? Why would there need to be a 3-day funeral for that? You know? So yeah,
Exactly.
something is definitely going on.
And the other thing is that I wanted to double down on what you're saying and follow up with what you're saying about, if this was some kind of a funeral event for the Snyderverse, Zack would he'd find a more casual, one-on-one way with the audience to just do it, make it sincere, thank everybody for their love and support. He wouldn't make a whole fucking event out of it, and he damn sure wouldn't make it 3 days.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Now, and the other thing is too, I've seen something that, to be fair, everyone, I did see some people say that this is just going to be like a SnyderCon 2, which very well could be. But my thing is, it's so ambiguous the way that Zack approached this, and the fact that he used Darksied to promote this. If there isn't some kind of a hope or a tease of some sort, or something, I just don't, that would disappoint some people. Not that we wouldn't be excited to see Rebel Moon. I absolutely would be. Not that we wouldn't be excited to see, maybe something about Twilight of the Gods, etc. And maybe, a different, a cut of, maybe an ultimate cut of, one of his other movies or something that never got released. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But this is definitely DC related. This is definitely DC related. And the thing is that I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to get people dumb geeked up, but at the same time, it's hard. I'm just speculating just like everyone else. But we're here. That's what we're here to do at the end of the day. We're here to talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And really, like, to triple down one more thing on this before we get into Ayer's stuff, people think that this is kind of like the thing that makes me definitely feel like he definitely is saying something, that something big is coming, is really the hashtag itself that he used, which is full circle. Now people tend to generally think of, full circle, the journey has come to an end, that sort of thing. No, like, if you actually look up the definition of full circle, it actually comes to a whole different meaning. Like, if you look up the original definition, it comes to a whole different meaning. And I'm going to read it to you right now. So full circle means to return to a past position or situation, especially in a way considered to be inevitable. So people who tend to think of a story coming full circle is saying that, that definitely means that it's coming to an end. No, coming full circle means like you're coming to a position or a situation that you were in before.
Yes. And, exactly, that's something to think about. Jeffrey Warfield always breaks it down, on this channel for y'all. And, that's something to think about, And I want to say what up to David Tolson. He said, what if Zack Snyder, what up Pedro, by the way, and what up T.Y. Bone Skyberg? David says, what if Zack is lending his support to David Ayer for releasing the Ayer cut? He's been pushing pretty hard for it in the recent weeks. He could use Zack's support. Zack is a huge name for DC. And me as well. That could very well be the case. And I do think that there'll be something possibly about that, no matter how minute it may be at this event. But I do not think that, because think about this. Jared Leto would have been more than happy to voice the Joker.
Yes.
That motherfucker is right around comedy. You know what I'm saying? That is like his, he is just through the moon and back, like to the moon and back about playing this character, about even thinking that, about possibly coming back. He jumped at the first chance that Zack Snyder gave him a phone call for the Snyder Cut. He was right there. Right there, Johnny, on the spot. And you know what? And trust me, I feel like that there will be something to do with that, but I don't think that that is what this event is about. Again, because he used Ray Porter and put this transmission is from Darksied in the video that he dropped. And it was Darksied talking to us. And I'm pretty sure Darksied is not in the Ayer cut. Maybe now Steppenwolf as a cameo. I've always speculated that.
Yeah, we've both of us have speculated that for a while.
Yes. But I really think that this is Snyderverse related. I really do. I really think this is, it could just be, I just feel like the way that he's promoting it, there's got to be something to it. There's got to be something to it. And I guess we're going to find out. But I know that recently I've seen a lot of people all of a sudden coming out the woodwork, like people from back in the day from the Snyderverse movement, coming out and all of a sudden sharing a lot of Snyderverse shit, putting up cryptic posts. You know, then David Ayer just starts going hard in the paint, talking about the Ayer cut. And that's something else I want to talk about here in just a few moments. David Ayer's been just coming out hard as fuck. You know, for the Ayer cut. He's been talking to fans. He's been releasing new images of the Ayer cut, stills. He's been talking to fans, being super vocal, and just all of a sudden out of like seemingly nowhere. And I've always said that, you know, David and Zack, you know, in a perfect world, in an ideal world, David and Zack should have been made heads of DC. David and Zack should have been in control of the whole DCEU, period. And everything that Zack don't have time to do, give it to David. Because they seem to work harmoniously together with BVS and Suicide Squad. That felt like a true, even the bastardized piece of shit theatrical version that we got of Suicide Squad felt like a literal, like, sequel.
Yeah.
Like, to the movies that came before it. It felt like it was a sequel to Man of Steel and BVS. Like, and the Ayer cut's going to be even more so. And it's going to tie into the Justice League, into the Snyder cut.
Yep.
Whenever the hell we get to see that. And that is going to be a crucial piece of the puzzle. And when that gets released, like I said, that's going to be the game changer, in my opinion. That's going to show, like, once and for all, to the general audience, to the critics, to the public, to the talking heads, and the people with deep pockets, that no, this isn't a one and done mistake that they made, that they corrected. They've been wrong about a lot of shit, so what else are they doing wrong? Maybe they knew what they were doing. Maybe we need to make sure that these dudes, two dudes, don't get pushed out of DC and locked out. Like, maybe we need to find a way in that Elseworld continuity to let them do their thing and continue where they took off from, to at least wrap up the story that they started to tell.
Yep. And really, it's funny that you mentioned the general audience when it comes to this. Like, there was actually a TikTok video that I saw on Twitter about this teacher and the comedian who and I'm gonna give you guys some context about this. He makes videos he makes TikTok videos of him watching movies to see if he can stay awake and all of that. And
I see.
And then so that's basically what he does. He basically makes these challenges of, like, can I stay awake? And so he was watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is a 4-hour movie, and he was really loving it. Like, he even said that he thinks that it's the movies that he's ever seen. And mind you, he's outside of the fandom. So, yeah, like, there's people on Twitter that actually like Zack's movies.
Yeah, that's why I said, you know, like I said, a lot has changed since 2016. The general audience is becoming more and more down with what he was doing, what he was trying to do, the story he was telling, the tone, and the biggest issue was the theatrical cuts that they were releasing of these movies to the general audience. They didn't make sense. You know, they cut out things that, to a normal person that ain't a big comic book head, you know, we knew what he was doing, but regular people, when they seen that theatrical cut of BVS, they're like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, it just made it look like Batman just was a murderer for no reason, and like, and the whole world just hated Superman, and Superman was ready to, you know, pop his last Percocet, jump off a building head first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the way that they chopped and edited that movie, that, you know, it made it seem like all this shit that happened in the desert, that it wasn't Lex Luthor behind all of this shit. which makes it more genius that it was him the whole time pulling the strings. You can say what you want that you don't like him as Lex. I love him as Lex because there's a comic iteration that Zack went after, and if you find that comic book and look at that version of Lex, he looks damn straight on the nose of that Lex Luthor. And when you see the ultimate cut of BVS, which was supposed to just be the theatrical cut, when you see it though, and then you find out that all this shit that happened in this movie that you thought were just, random situations that didn't add up, that all of this from the very beginning of the movie was, before they even introduced Lex, was Lex plotting, planning from behind the scenes, scheming. That dude's a freaking mastermind from hell. And that he lived up to his comic book counterpart.
Yep.
My opinion. And, and that's the problem, is that, the audience didn't know that, then they seen Justice League and they're like, it's just after they did what they did to it and tried to, give it the Avengers 1 treatment, was something that was never meant to be anything like that. It came out so disvoluted and, convoluted and, now that the audience knows, and then like the Ayer, Suicide Squad, you take a movie that you promoted the main character who was Joker, you take him, make him the center focus of the movie in the trailer, and then you see the movie and he's not even a supporting character. He's reduced to a 5-minute cameo. And then the 5-minute scenes you seen were complete reshoots. The makeup is messy. They ADR dubbed over scenes where the mouth moves and it don't even match up. Some scenes he's wearing a fucking wig and you can see it because his hair wasn't right, because they're doing additional for reshoots that weren't supposed to happen, trying to change the movie. They turn into a big music video. So, of course, critics and the general audience was like, what in the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? But now, with all of this...
Because I go back again to this thing about my first experience of going into Suicide Squad in 2016. I wasn't an avid person of going into trailers at the beginning. And the first trailer I saw was the Comic-Con teaser trailer that came out. That was very eerie, dark, and serious. And that was the only trailer that I saw. So I was very shocked to see the theatrical cut of its Studio Squad back then, because I was like, what's going on? I thought this was supposed to be a very serious and dark tone movie, and it turned out to be like a very music video-esque movie instead.
And there is some scenes where one or two music drops work, but every other single one in the movie is just stupid. It makes no sense with the tone. The timing's wrong. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, man, I feel like maybe, we might get some kind of something, man. We might, just like I said, I don't want to get all of our hopes up too crazy, man. But we finally, everybody can. It's good seeing all these old coming back out and seeing followers and shit like that, and of Snyderverse and fans of it come back out. It's beautiful. It's crazy how Zack Snyder in 2 minutes can make more positive hype for the DC universe. 14 seconds.
14 seconds is all he needs.
Zack Snyder can create and generate more positive hype for the DC universe or the DCEU than James Gunn has his entire tenure so far. That's insane. Insane. And it just blows my mind. You know what I mean? And I don't care what James said about, me and Zack are friends, and Netflix, they haven't said anything. They're not interested. And the thing is that, he's got that corporate job now, so he's got to answer to them shadow puppeteers that work at WB. So he's very much a corporate man now. James Gunn ain't the same James Gunn he was when he released this Suicide Squad. So, it's hard to tell what's coming from him or what the studio's making him do. You don't know what was in that contract that he signed. It must have been for a hell of a lot of money. He knew what he was going to be up against. And I don't even care about that. This is all about positivity today. And, right here, the first thing I see is hashtag under James Gunn trending because of Superman Legacy. I see hashtag bring back Zack Snyder, baby. Trending with restore the Snyderverse and Snyder Con.
Yeah, apparently we are supposed to be getting some details about, and apparently we are supposed to get some details about this video that Zack made, and basically what he was teasing is apparently Poindexter Lounge is gonna have Nerd Queens on there, and they're gonna be talking about what specifically Zack was teasing. So, and it's supposed to come in about 2 hours from now. So, for those of you,
I don't know, guys. Like I said, what do you guys think it could be? Let me know in the comment section. Like the video and share the video too for your dog. And your boy, Jeffrey Warfield, co-host of Strong on Flix. My boy, Koj, said he's cruising through for a minute, and I'm happy any amount of time that you got, dog, as usual. Much love this way, Koj. You're the man, the living legend, the man himself, Lord Koj. What is good? He says, I speculate it is SnyderCon 2. And I have to agree with you, Koj, but I also think there's going to be something more to this.
Yeah,
I really do.
I really do. Me too. Like at that third day, there could be something. Like at the 30th of those 3 days that Ray Porter said, I believe on April 30th, there is going to be some huge announcement at that third day.
And Chubby Teddy Monster Productions in the building. What's going on? It's good. Chubby said, "Oh yeah, T-Flame and Jeffrey." Yeah, but absolutely. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I absolutely do believe that it will be SnyderCon 2, at the least. That's not even in the question. That's not even what I'm even speculating on. I agree with Coach. I absolutely do. And even if it's just that, it's going to be beautiful regardless. That'll be wonderful.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is, I just feel like the way this is being marketed, I don't think, and like I said, I don't know for sure. It could just be SnyderCon 2, and we could just have a lovely time with Zack and have a good laugh and have finally some good content to watch, something to be somewhat excited for, and / also, we could finally, potentially, maybe get a release date for the Ayer cut.
Yep.
Get
maybe,
or Zack Snyder come on and say, hey, at the end, well, it wasn't Netflix, guys, but
yeah, you could totally do that. T-Flame is frozen, but yeah, you could totally say, it wasn't Netflix, guys, but it is WBD. We're coming back. So yeah, he could definitely do that, T-Flame, if that's where you were going. But Koj says, imagine what it imagine what would be cool. Day one, director's cut of Sucker Punch. Yes, that would be very cool. Day two, Ayer cut. Day three, Snyder cut and some hope. That could be cool. That would be cool.
Jeffrey, am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sorry about that. My connection went up and went down. And good job, you knew the drill, brother. but like I said, even if it's something Snyderverse related, so I think at the very least, we could get a date. We could get a release date for the Ayer cut.
Yeah.
I literally do not see us walking away from this without a Snyderverse-related project dropping or an announcement. And if it has nothing to do with Snyder continuing, at least not yet, then I really don't see us going out of this without some big new DC drop that's Snyderverse-related. Because the original post, like I said, was on either Something Film News or I can't remember if it was literally the Flash Movie News official Twitter account. They tweeted out a message first that was from Zack, and it didn't. It had who was it? It sounded like Ray Fisher, Ray Porter, and Ezra Miller. So imagine if somehow Ezra's involved in this.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Imagine when we heard that David Ayer said, "Time will fix all."
Yeah, time will fix all. That was very interesting.
Very interesting, wasn't it? Now,
yeah, that was very interesting.
The first thing I thought to myself. Now, again, I know that I don't think this to be the case anymore, but the first thing I thought as an overzealous fan, I thought. Time travel, the Flash. I thought, Ezra. And then I thought to myself, I'm just thinking about, saying out loud the way my brain clicked at that moment. I thought, Ezra Miller has a Flash movie getting ready to come up. And I'm like, well, what the hell would that have to, we're going to see the different universes. Maybe they're adding that scene back in that they said that was rumored, that was cut about Batfleck being lost in the Apocalypse timeline. And he got the green light that, he can pick up in an Elseworld from that scene and tie it in full circle to his story. But then I started thinking, well, the only way that would work is if somehow Ezra Miller was in.
Mike Joseph says that he heard the Capitol's voice.
Wow. See, now, look it, man. I see now that gets me even more pumped because you don't get the whole that sounds like the whole cast and crew is getting back together now.
Yeah, that is what it sounds like then, if that is the case.
And also fresh, 94. And look it, brother, you already, I was going to get to it, man. I was going to get to this. Since he said it, I was going to get to this. At the very least, walking away from this, we'll be walking away from this bitch with the emerald cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League with our Green Lantern and the Ayer cut. Or the release date for the Ayer cut. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, bro, at the very least. But like I said, hearing that Cavill's voice was heard, Mike Joseph said this. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll take your word for it. If Cavill's voice was heard too, and it's new, which what they were doing and what they said was absolutely new. And it wasn't somehow just like pasted and like from a different movie, or he said, go and listen to it. The first voice was Cavill. I might have to. If my internet wasn't running like shit right now, I would do it. I don't know if there's a way from you to do it on your end, Jeffrey, but
I'm gonna do it on my phone. I'm gonna do it on my phone real quick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be out for a second.
Yeah, that's fine. But man, like I said, I can't see Henry Cavill, Ray Fisher, Ray Porter, Ezra Miller. I can't see getting them big dogs together with Zack Snyder and teasing Snyderverse and it not being something colossal. You know, I really, oh, man, that's why I said, guys, you know, Zack is, I think what this means, guys, you know, I'm going to talk to you and be very serious. I think what this means is that Zack has given us a clear sign. Do not listen to whatever it is that these bloggers, that James, even if it's James Gunn saying it, and I'm not saying that he is, like, don't let them tell you that Zack don't want this shit. And as long as he still wants this, long as he's still passionate for this and fighting for this, then we're gonna fight for this too. Flat the freak out, man. And
okay,
yeah.
so I listened to the video, and they definitely, I don't know if it's Cavill, but there definitely is a fourth voice there. There definitely is a fourth voice there. I don't know if it's Cavill, Mike Joseph, but there definitely is a fourth voice at the very beginning. That there is a fourth voice.
Can you send that to me through Twitter or DM it to me so that I can listen to it on my own? Guys, I would love to share it on the stream, but as you guys can see, my internet connection is coming from my phone. It's very unstable. I'm lucky to even have the stream up. I just went down and had to come back, and I think if I try to do anything that's going to cause me to use any more data, it's going to, you know, it might crash the stream. So, man, I wish I could just. Okay.
So yeah, I just sent it to you. There definitely is a fourth voice at that first part. I don't know if it's Cavill. It went by too quick, but yeah, there definitely is a fourth voice.
Okay, I'm going to be right back, Jeffrey, so I can check this out. Go ahead and jump into the comments.
Okay, so yeah, let's see, what did we miss here? Chubby Teddy Monsters, man, what do you gangsters think about Gunn trying to steal the spotlight from the Zack attack? He be that guy who proposed to his girl at Buddy's reception to steal the attention. Like, really, I don't know if he was, I wouldn't say that he was, really, I think it is kind of weird that he did confirm it to confirm him directing Zack. I do think it is kind of weird, Chubby Teddy, that he did announce him being the director of Superman Legacy as soon as Zack dropped that video. Yeah, that really is kind of weird. But yeah, Mike Joseph, there definitely is a fourth voice. I don't know if it's Cavill or not. Like I said, I'm gonna have to review that video on its own. But there definitely is a fourth voice in there. There definitely is a fourth voice. I don't know if that's Cavill or not yet. I'm definitely gonna have to listen to it a couple of times, but there definitely is a fourth voice. So yeah, let's go up to the comments again. Is there anything else that we missed? Sean Franklin, are you guys excited for Invincible Season 2? I personally am not. I thought the first season was kind of okay, Sean, but I definitely will watch it when it comes out, but kind of like as a passing of the time thing. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on Invincible. for a second.
Hold on. Jeffrey. So, dude, no. I think I got it. There's 5 voices there.
Oh, 5.
There's 5. Yes, there's 5. If you go back, there's 5. So I'm pretty sure I listened to it 3 times, and I'm pretty sure I got the breakdown. Henry Cavill, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, Ray Porter.
Okay. So
No. I need you to, type
yeah,
that in somewhere, and come back, listen, put them in the order that I said. Like, write it down so that when you hear it, you put the face to the name in that order, and tell me what you think. Whoa, shit! What? Release TK421. Release the Ayer cut, please. I don't know. They could be AI voices. I don't think that they are, though. I don't see. Because that is not Zack Snyder's style. That is not Zack Snyder's style. They could be AI voices, I guess. Now that you say that, I guess they could be, but that's not Zack's style. And the fact that Zack Snyder shared an additional reel on his Twitter, and that was definitely new, and that wasn't AI. That was actually Ray Porter.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Now look at Jeffrey, real quick. I want to put this to bed real quick, or put it on the table, whatever you think. Lo Colco, I can't say it. Lahal Colco, I cannot say her name. I apologize. They said, aren't those AI voices? And then I like I told them, there has been a lot of that AI shit going around, but never like this. And here's the thing, I would be more apt to believe that, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'd be more apt to believe that, though, if Zack Snyder has ever done any shit like that. He's never done that. That's not Zack's style. Zack is authentic. And when he does something, you best believe it's for a reason. And here's the thing, if it was an AI voice, okay, then this is the thing. The post that Zack did, though, was definitely new, and that was absolutely Ray Porter, not AI. That said, when he did his whole Darksied voice, and it said a transmission from Darksied on Zack's official Twitter, that one is absolutely, that is not AI. That is actual Ray Porter doing his Darksied voice, and he's doing it at the behest of Zack Snyder. That is absolute.
Yep.
So, if that's real, then why wouldn't this be real?
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is definitely in coordination with Zack Snyder. And he probably had them make that and sent that to them and told them to drop it, slowly building the hype up. And then when Zack drops it, though, it's real. Then Zack knows how we react, and then Zack knows how that we know how he rolls. So, that's I'm telling you, them are not AI voices.
Yeah.
Them are not AI voices. And this is proof that Zack hasn't moved on. Exactly.
And he's been liking posts promoting the Snyderverse Cell ZSJL to Netflix hashtags ever since it came out, ever since it was invented. So clearly he hasn't moved on.
And for all we know, dude, he could have threw this together last minute because Netflix did take the bite, did take the bait. It could have been Amazon. It could have been David Zaslav. Who knows? Or it could be none of that. But at the very least, I suspect we're going to get the Emerald cut and an Ayer cut release date.
Yep.
There's no way he would go this hard in the paint.
Yeah, there really would be really think about it in this sense. Like, he has Rebel Moon to work on, he has his Deadverse that he's working on, and he has Twilight of the Gods he's working on as well. So even if he was working on these 3 projects, be very casual about it and that sort of thing because he's working on his stuff on Netflix. But the fact that he went this hard on it in a San Diego Comic-Con type of way to hype up his fan base in such a way, it's really telling that he just went so hard on this. So yeah, something is definitely coming at the end of April. Something at the 30th is coming.
And then the thing is too is he's got to be wrapping up part 1 and part 2 of Rebel Moon.
Yeah, right now
he's got to be like, most of the work's got to be done to where now he can go back and see everything that's been going on, all the bullshit from these executives and Gunn and all the bullshit from the gatekeepers and all that shit. And, he's probably like, and on top of that, he probably has news to share. He's probably been...
D Flame is paused again. He definitely had some news to share because he wouldn't be doing something so cryptic and hyping it up in such a way like saying full circle, save these dates, saying something like, hey, save these dates, something big is going down. I don't know, I really don't know what it is, but just saying those 3 words, save the date, that means you better be free for those. That means you better be free for those dates because something big is gonna go down. So yeah, something is definitely going down. Just like even if you completely ignore the video itself, save the dates means save these dates. Something is going down, and I'm all for it. So, yeah, let's see what's going on. Ray says, yeah, the true DCU must continue. TK 421 says, hey, is everybody sure it's not just drawing attention to SnyderCon? TK, that's the thing. I think T Flame and I, you think that it is SnyderCon, but we're thinking that something at the end of SnyderCon might happen as well. So yeah, we do think it is SnyderCon, but we also think there's something else that might happen at that 3rd day.
And look, this is, again, like I said, I absolutely do believe, don't get me wrong, guys, I absolutely do believe that it is SnyderCon. I absolutely do. But I also believe that Zack's coming with a goodie bag.
Yep. Me too.
Because if he was just going to announce SnyderCon, why wouldn't
he would have just done it?
That's not his... He would have just done it. He'd just been
like,
hey guys, we're at SnyderCon, this date, come on out, we can catch up. He's done it before. He did it last year, the year before.
Yep.
Or he did it the last time he did one. Okay? And what I'm telling you is, he would not literally tease Darksied.
Yep.
He would not literally have a post with Henry Cavill, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, and Ray Porter saying be there.
Yep.
Okay, so for all we know, they could all be showing up at SnyderCon.
Yep.
That would be ridiculous. On top of that, we've got David Ayer out of nowhere saying time, putting up these cryptic posts. He's put all of a sudden out into woodwork. He comes out the woodwork. Dead silence for months about the Ayer cut.
Yep.
All of a sudden, right before all this starts coming out hardcore, about talking to fans, putting up new stills of the Ayer cut, and someone saying, "Are we ever gonna get it?" And something like that, and he put up "Time heals all" or something. Well, how did he put it, Jeffrey?
Yeah, time. Yeah, time.
In time.
Yeah, in time. Yeah, he said something about time and healing. Or time and he said something about time and healing.
Time heals all, or something like that. In time, time heals all, or something like that. Like I said, I talked about this earlier on the stream about 20, 30 minutes ago. And at the very least, I'm thinking we're gonna get surprise cast members. We're gonna get Zack and surprise cast members, mainly Cavill, mainly Cavill. Ben Affleck,
Cavill, Ray Porter.
Ray Porter and Ray Fisher.
Porter,
I guarantee, I know Ray Porter and Ray Fisher are going to be there no matter what. Flat out, they're going to be there. Yep. And just the fact that he would not tease Darksied Snyderverse shit if it was just to have SnyderCon. He's gonna have the goodie bag, bro. He's gonna have. At the worst case scenario, I'm thinking he's gonna have the Emerald cut of the Snyder cut, bro. Yep. And the Ayer cut release date. With maybe David Ayer will pop out there. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking at the very least. At the very least, I'm thinking. I'm real. Again, it could be something bigger than that, though. To be real with you.
It really could, and like you said, T-Flame, like the worst case scenario is we just get the Emerald cut of the Snyder cut. Like that's literally the worst case scenario.
Dude, but think about how the internet would explode if we got another freaking cut with additional scenes in the Snyder cut, like another Snyder cut, but with Green Lantern in that bitch, and maybe a couple other fucking scenes that we never seen before that are important.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like Zack had said that his assembly cut of the Snyder cut is 5 hours. Is 5 hours long. So,
I thought he said like 6. I thought at one point he said almost 6 or something like that, but it might have been 5.
Yeah, but like even if it's just 5, we've seen how much a story can be missed with Zack's movies with 30 minutes with BVS Ultimate Edition. So imagine like a whole nother hour of new stuff that we haven't seen.
Right, exactly. And think about this too. Think about how good that would be for the Sell Snyderverse to Netflix movement if even if it was just SnyderCon 2 and the Emerald cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Think about the fact that we're going to have another cut to watch, that it's going to shut down the internet, shut down James Gunn, shut down the internet, and it's going to revamp all the hype all over again. It's going to put a fire underneath the Ayer cut's ass. And that'll probably see the light of day a lot faster. That's if at worst case scenario. I'm telling you, something Snyderverse related is coming. Something Snyderverse related is coming. I'm telling you that right now. It could be something very small, but still, even something small, guys, I'll take anything right now. Like, have you seen how it's been lately? It's been just dark times, man. Radio silence, a lot of haters out. Man, it's gonna be fire, man. And I really can't wait to see Jared Leto, his true performance as the Joker, and David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad. And I'm telling you, all that shit is coming, man, in due time. Like I said, I absolutely believe and know in my mind that's not a surprise. SnyderCon 2, that's awesome. Of course. That's a given. That's absolutely gonna be a SnyderCon. But what he's bringing to the table, he's bringing a bag, y'all. Zack's bringing a bag, fam. And what I'm saying is that bag is Snyderverse related, flat out. Now, what that bag contains, that is what the real question is. That's what we are here to speculate on. That is what there is to be hyped and positive for. And that is what it is, my friends. And Jeffrey Warfield is back. He just dropped it. Told you guys, this stream's gonna be a little wonky. Bear in there with me. Bear there with me.
So yeah, laptop was wonky. Now I'm on my phone.
Yeah, it's just like, man, look at like TK421 said. He said, that's a broken internet day. That's what that is. Man, and that's the point. And that's that. And think about that. Like I said, say he don't come with a Snyderverse announcement. Of course, everybody wants the big kahuna. They're the big fish. The meat and potatoes. We want that. We want that Justice League 2 date. There's a good chance that we may not get that, but who knows? Who's to say? Maybe we will, though. Who knows? I'm not saying we are. But what I'm saying is again, Snyder's coming with a bag, and that bag is Snyderverse related.
Yes.
It is Snyderverse. And that could be something very small to very, very, very big, or somewhere even in the middle. It could be two small things, but two small things could be the Ayer cut release date and the Emerald cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
Even if it was just that, guys, wouldn't you be hyped as? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, that's the point. Hope has returned. I'm telling you guys.
Yep.
It has. It really has.
And like I said, like Rebel Moon comes out in December 22nd. Zack has no reason to go as hard as he did with this video. He has no reason to, unless it's something big and huge.
Exactly. Like I said, there's a million other ways that he could have promoted this. A million other ways. And honestly, with him using Ray Porter, and specifically having Ray Porter do Darkseid's voice, which is, basically copyrighted and an intellectual property owned by Warner Brothers, and now Warner Brothers Discovery. And on top of that, just putting out a date and not saying what it is, it seems like doing that alone would require Warner Brothers consent to some degree, especially where it gets stickier, where we've got possibly Henry Cavill, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, and Ray Porter. If that was really them, and that was new, even with them saying one word apiece, and doing that, combined with them two things that are definitely both at behest of Snyder officially.
Yep.
It seems like I don't know. It's sticky. It seems like Warner Brothers would have to give the okay for something like this. Maybe.
Because yeah, like if you really think about it, like before he, like when, like I remember the first time when Ray Porter kind of teased his Darkseid voice when the Snyder Cut didn't come out. So there was technically like a loophole there. So to the point of like he can use his Darkseid voice then, because before the Snyder Cut didn't come out. But
it didn't exist yet. There was no Darkseid didn't exist yet.
Yeah, so Darkseid didn't exist yet to that point. But now with him using the Darkseid voice now is very telling, because we don't know the legal ramifications and legal stuff behind IPs and stuff. But really, there would have to be something about like, hey, because this movie came out, you can't use the Darkseid voice unless you're in a movie of ours. And I know that's stretching, but I'm going to use this as an example. I'm trying to remember the actor's voice, but he voices Darth Vader, and apparently there is legal binding that only James Earl Jones. So apparently only James Earl Jones can voice Darth Vader, and so there's like some legal voice ramifications there, saying that if Disney were to use Darth Vader, they would have to bring back James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Like I said, now the Snyder Cut isn't actually Zack Snyder's Justice League, officially dubbed, is now released, now a thing, now an intellectual property of Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder. Obviously Zack Snyder can do a little bit with it because, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
So there is a little bit of wiggle room there, but at the same time, Warner Brothers owns them characters, owns the rights to them. I don't know exactly, like I said, it's sticky. Maybe they wouldn't have to give a green light for something like this, but it seems like they would have to some degree, maybe they would have to be contacted just to make sure that it was fine. Yeah. I don't know. But the fact that, like I said, I seriously doubt them are AI voices.
Yeah, I seriously doubt it.
But here's my thing. If they're not AI voices, which that is not Snyder's style.
Yeah. If
they're not, and each and every one of them are the people that I think they are, that I know that they are, and they dubbed it, and they released that clip, and them were new lines that were recorded, even if they only said one word apiece. It seems like Warner Brothers would have to give the okay to that. And if they did, then that would mean that something bigger is at play.
Yep. Exactly.
So, like I said, man. And TK421 says, all the release the Snyderverse support momentum should have been put towards release the Ayer cut, because Jared Leto's Joker is fire flame. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I've been saying that for a while. I was frightened for the, and I have no problem repeating this because I absolutely stand by it. Initially, early on, in the very beginning of the Snyderverse, community, fandom, DC fan base, and all that, coming together and creating the first online, social media campaign, and people, doing grassroots type of shit, and giving out flyers and shit like that, and calling Warner Brothers Bro Rollins and Nerd Queens and many others. Koj, Jeff Purdy, Mr. Wes Ashley. I can keep going and going and going. There was many more. Fiona, let's not forget Fiona.
Yep.
During the beginning of this, the beginning of the RT Snyder Cut account being created ever, I said then, chronologically, just for the sake of chronological order, wouldn't it make more sense to release to have the Ayer cut released first, then Zack's Justice League? Because technically, it goes BVS, Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
So, and this was done to Ayer just like it was done to Zack. But then they doubled, tripled down with Zack when he came back for his final project for the Snyder Cut, now Zack Snyder's Justice League. And they just went so bonkers with that movie. They caused this whole situation, and here we are today. But I always said then, I really, really, really want to see the Ayer cut. Because where is the Joker that I seen in the trailer? There is so many scenes just in the trailer that aren't in the movie alone. And I'm like, where is that Joker? I do not see him nowhere in this movie. That is the whole reason I went to see that movie, for Joker, Batman, and Harley Quinn primarily. Mainly Joker and Batman. And their history. And to see the first ever DCEU Joker. And, you know, it was such a letdown. Like, such a letdown than what they did to that movie. A tragedy. Really.
Yep.
And I just, man, I really hope that Zack and David are talking and that they can do something for the Ayer cut similar to what they did for Zack's Justice League and get one additional scene done, even if it's full CGI, to finish that cameo with the fucking mother boxes, or maybe not the mother boxes, but Steppenwolf and the Parademons. I want the original R-rated full-on cut. Non-theatrical. The version, the assembly cut, I don't give a damn what you want to call it. I want the original Ayer cut. Not the Ayer cut theatrical, because there is a difference.
Yep.
There is a difference. And we've broke it down many times in different videos what them differences are. So I'm not going to beat you guys over the head with it right now. But man, I can't wait. You know, Jared Leto is still waiting for his redemption. And I think that, you know, Zack Snyder dug his portrayal so much that he could film one new scene, and you know what he made it? About Jared Leto's Joker and Batman. And I really think that he heard me and Jeffrey talk about that. I really gotta believe this and feel this, because that was something that we speculated was in the Snyder cut. And it wasn't, but then it was added to it. But it wasn't, but they added to it. We seen that Jared Leto, remember, was at the same place at the same time when Zack was originally filming Justice League.
Yep.
And his hair dyed, and he was in Joker getup, and somehow he came all the way to where Zack was, but I guess for some reason they didn't film anything. But we really thought they did, and me and Jeffrey were the first ones talking like, that'd be so dope. I think that I think that, you know, we're gonna see the Joker talking to Batman, and then lo and behold, it wasn't in it, but the one and only scene that he got permission to add to his original cut was that scene.
Yeah.
And it was dope. You guys can go back. I got receipts on this damn channel. You guys can go back and watch every damn video I ever did, and then go back and look at who was saying what around that timestamp. And nobody was saying that shit but me and Jeffrey Warfield.
Yeah.
Nobody.
The thing was, like, that wasn't the case, but it did turn out that was the scene that he was to put in. So
yes, his hair. Yeah. What it was is that.
And now that I think about it, that might have been the case even more, because I did say that in that same. Now that I'm remembering, I did say that I kept saying that it would be a cool team up for the Joker and Batman. It would be cool for the Joker and Batman to team up.
Didn't we speculate that? And then in the Nightmare Timeline scene, they did. He literally said, we're squad members. We're teammates. But all you gotta do is rip this card up, and I'll be happy to discuss with you, like, why you sent a boy wonder to do a man's job. I was like, dude, when I seen the Snyder cut when it first came out, bro, I was like ripping my hair out. My hair wasn't even long back then. And I was like,
Yeah, because now you're like, man, because now you're like, in the Nightmare Timeline, you're like, man, I wanted to see a whole buddy cop, Mad Max, Nightmare movie of the Joker and Batman teaming up, taking on Parademons.
That is the big, yeah, dude. And that is, I want to see, we got to see the insane side to Joker. I want to see Jared Leto's Joker before. This is what the only thing left that I really, really want to see. I want to see, I don't care if it's in flashback form in the Ayer cut, or if it's flash forward or present time. I want to see Joker around the time of Suicide Squad with that physique that he had back then with his shirt. He was way too buff. I'm like, I really feel like somehow this dude used to be Robin. And maybe that's not the case, but either way, with that kind of physique, bro, he's got to be able to do something. Like, I want to see him scrap. I want to see how he fights. I want to see how fast he is with a knife. I want to see him stick some fools, bro. I want to see him bash some heads in. I want to see him punch and knock somebody's teeth out, bro. Like, that's what I want to see Joker in action. I want to see what this Joker's cut like, bro. Like, but the thing is, Zack didn't have enough time to write out, we got lucky that he got to film that scene alone. He didn't have time to write a whole action sequence and write a story to make it make sense why there was an action sequence. We got lucky that we got the sequence that we got. But we keep getting little glimpses of like what could be, or glimpses into a hidden history, but then we don't get it fleshed out because we got to fight for every damn thing that we get in this universe, which is bullshit, but it is what it is.
Yep, and that's the thing. Like, even if he wasn't a Robin, like him be like let's look at what most of the Joker physiques have been in comics and in movie form. They've mostly been like skinny to average build. Like they've been mostly skinny to average build. But to have Jared Leto's Joker be ripped could either mean two things to me. One, he was either Robin, or two, he was and this is my theory. This is straight up my theory and what I've been speculating for a long time. And this is the first time I'm going to say it publicly. I think he might have been a cage fighter before he was a gangster. Full stop. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a cage fighter before he came up in the Gotham underworld. And now that I think about it, that would be even more sense of why a lot of people don't mess with him.
Yeah, exactly. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wow, man. It's crazy. And TK, we're glad that you found our channel too. We're happy to have you, brother. I'm being serious though. His hair was like, it was dyed because he has the diet, so that the green hair dye will take, because his hair is real black naturally. My hair is dark like that, and when I was a teenager, dyeing your hair when your hair is that black, you've got to really do some shit to it, like layer it and dye it in different colors to like get the shit to set in, so that when you put the color you want on, that it takes. And the point is that his hair was cut exactly like the Joker's. He had no shoes on like the Joker does. He had some rando sweatpants on, and then he had the Joker hairdo, but it was almost like he was trying to hide his Joker look, like by putting some last minute color into it so it wasn't green, or like the color that they dye it before they put the green on was in. And he was right there in the same city, way out somewhere, where they were filming Justice League in like 2017. And there was pictures of him. And that's why, and you can go back, and we were like he was in an alleyway, he put up a picture like this, and there was like an air conditioner in the background, it was all blurry, and so I don't know what happened then, but I think that maybe he had tried to film a scene with Jared Leto then, and the studio said no, last minute, but yeah, Ayer also said that picture that he put up of the Joker close up holding the bat, which they never show in Suicide Squad, even the extended cut. He said right then and there there's a caption under it, and he said something about this is why he's damaged. So I think that they're going to explain in the Ayer cut why Joker's going to explain from his point of view what happened to his teeth by Batman.
Yep.
And one way or the other, their history is going to be revealed to some degree.
Yeah.
And even if it's a throwaway line, I'll take it. If it's going to flesh out this universe more, because that's the problem. All the creative choices that David did, they cut out all the story behind it. So when you're a general audience member, you're like, well, why has he got this tattoo? Why has he got that tattoo? Why is his teeth like that? Oh, he just got a grill because he wants to be gangster. No, them are fillings because his teeth were punched in, dude. This is the Ben Affleck Batman from BVS. They didn't give a dude. This is that Batman, bro.
And not only that, like, this is that probably happened when he just found out that Joker killed Robin. Like, you're looking at a freshly mad Batman, and you don't think that he would retaliate to Joker in some way?
Hey, Midwest 93, what's going on, brother? Hey, he said, I think Jeffrey is right. Joker does wear Muay Thai boxer shorts in the Ayer cut.
Yep.
Again, that would, you know, how could you be the most feared gangster in all of Gotham? You gotta be about your shit. You know how many people are gonna try you? His rise to power, and you see he's already a made man by the time Suicide Squad comes. He's like sitting back like, motherfucker, kiss my hand. Get out my face. You know, so I want to see the rise to that. I want to see what led up to that. That's what I'm saying. I want to know the history. You know, but man, you know, so yeah, you know, guys, it's exciting shit going on. It's time to get back hopeful. Yeah. It's time to start paying attention again. Time to start logging back into your social medias, turning your notifications on Strong on Flix and double checking it. Because a lot of the times it takes y'all an hour to come into the chat. And I know it's not y'all. YouTube ain't sending y'all the notifications when these streams go up. You know, so make sure that is on. If it, you know, YouTube is weird like that. It'll turn your shit off, unsubscribe people. It's weird, man. Yeah, he smashed his teeth out to ruin Jared's perfect Joker grin. And maybe that was the reason for that one-sided smile in the nightmare scene.
Maybe.
Yeah. That, you know, in the nightmare scene, who knows? I mean, maybe that's why his face was all bloody. Maybe, you know, maybe the timeline's slightly different and the whole Robin situation happened later on, or it still happened, but then the Darksied event shit happened like during that timeline, during that time frame. You know, who knows? Because I thought that was weird that he didn't that his teeth, that it was like bloody in his mouth and like the shit was all smeared.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? Yeah, like radio, same here, bro. I'll take whatever Jared Leto Joker I can get, LOL. Yeah. No shit, Joygasm, damn straight. But all right, guys, I got some friends and family over here. We're at an hour and a half. This has been an epic live stream again, man. And if you guys would be so kind, if you're new, subscribe. Hit the like button, get this like up so everybody can see it, so we can get more people in the chat. I love talking to you guys. And, you know, share the video anywhere and any, you know, that you can if you got the time. That'd be great. And if you missed this, I'm telling you, this ain't one you want to miss. Go back and rewatch this. Go back and rewatch this one. Jeffrey, what you got? Anything you want to close out with, brother?
Really, just that. Yeah, save the date for April 28th through 30th. And something is definitely going on with David coming out hard. We're talking about his cut and Zack posting this 14-second clip and apparently for people who are interested in the details, there's going to be a stream on the Poindexter Lounge's channel and talking with the Nerd Queens, and they're gonna be dropping some context to the video that Zack put out. So yeah, if you're curious about that,
I'll be heading there.
So yeah,
I'll be heading there. I'll be in the chat. I'll pop in and out because I got family, but I'm definitely gonna check that out. And like Jeffrey said, you guys, if you're interested in that, which I hope you are, yeah, be on the lookout for that coming soon. It should be in about an hour's time now, I would think, Jeffrey, right?
Yeah, right now for me it's 7:45, so it should be out in about like an hour and 15 minutes from now.
Right, and depending where you're at, maybe it's airing now. I'm not sure. Time stuff, you know how all that stuff works.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. So thanks for joining me, Jeffrey Warfield again. I'm your boy Strong Arm, and until next time, my friends.
Peace.
Peace.